if I had to make a general comment, it's very beautiful, but you know, there can be more tender moments. You know, Liszt goes, sometimes it's a big storm, and then he has this celestial section, you know, following it. So you can make it more celestial. Maybe, you know, it's like he's up there, and he really paints a picture, and he tells a story with his pieces. You know, there's a story there, and then we fill it up. You know, I mean, it's just about the sigh. So I think it's an amazing kind of piece to describe in notes, you know, a sigh. Do you want to go first to that passage? Let's starting in measure 48. Right? Or if you want to do it before, it can be 46. It's the same story. There. I think here you're crossing, which is, you know, you're crossing over the thumb, which is already better. What we did is we took, you can see it in the copy, we took some notes in the left hand. Like this, you see, this is the same note.
Yeah.
So we put the B sharp from the left hand, 48, in the right hand. See, Mary actually wrote the note. And then coming back, instead of having those big stretches, we divided it with the two hands. So you have, I don't know if you can do it, it's very easy. So you take it, and then, so this is, it makes, if you look at it, instead of doing those big, you know, stretches, it's easy to take it. You know, to put, you know, where you have, I think it speaks for itself, am I right? If you look at it, you know, you can make it very much easier. You know, where it ends with like a storm. And then we'll work, you know, so we'll work on the second half of it.
Is that the first?
This, yeah.
This one?
Yes. And then suddenly you can even express it a little bit more. You know, when you come to yum pom ta, I don't know if it's like a begging or something. And you're setting up the mood for what's coming. It's like a transition. Celestial, you know. So now one of the things is to do it softer, but to bring out the top. We'll go over some of the tone. I think in some places the tone could be just a little bit richer or more speaking. So try to take it here. Divided into two hands, we still want to hear, you know, to hear a line rather than just, you know, a third and a third, you know, a little bit more of a line. Right, and still keeping it much better. So how will we help to do something, you know, to take something like that where she's bringing out the sound? It could be a little bit more, a little bit softer, a little bit maybe more speaking, but what element would make it sound like when a teacher says make it more like a phrase? Is there something that she has to do, you know, we tend to just say it. from our knowledge, what would help?
Shaping.
Yeah. Making sure that there's, so even when you divide between two hands, there's a shape. You know, if you take each one like that, that's how it sounds. Okay? So just, sometimes I say to someone, you know shaping, right? But it's very small, and you take what you have, and you just string it into, you did it very nicely. So let's do it again and then continue. And the inner voice, keep it a little bit softer here, you know? Has to be more, calmer. Measure, and it's the same note, it's still a yum, pum, pum. We still want to hear, keep that sound, give it a sound that continues, which means a little bit of a richness, a little bit slower into the key, and listen to it so that when you come back to it, you connect it, you connect the sound, you don't connect physically, but you connect the sound. Right, so keep continuing. Okay. Take it out. It's strange to start in the middle, yeah? Good. And what you can do, where are you in your music? So the right hand, the harmonies change, but there are a lot of repeated notes, but there is a line. Now I know that you're bringing it out, but I would bring it out just a tiny bit more. Balancing it with the right hand and maybe the inside a little bit softer. To give it a little more impressionistic type, because it's all broken chords, right? It's like a wind there. Yeah, go ahead. Very good. So beautiful. So what I want to ask you, it says crescendo there. And you're thinking immediately crescendo. I think that it gets loud maybe too soon, because think about when you have three measures, you have to think yum, where the top, the high point, you have to decide how much you want here. Yeah. And then you have to come to it that way, so it's not so loud. Let's do it once more and keep it softer. Crescendo doesn't mean necessarily, it's at that moment. That's our decision. Sometimes it starts too soon, so you are at the high point and it loses its potency in a way. So let's try it. This is where one can try things. Start softer. Right, and sing. When he repeats again the note and the note, that yum pam pam, I would not do yum pam pam, I do yum pam pa. It goes, you have three. He goes with the last one, otherwise it begins to sound like an exercise. So give it again a line. Think, where is it going? If I took it by itself, how would I do it? Right? So even though it comes every sixth note, take it into consideration. Okay, so the last one gets more. Triam, priam, priam, right? Okay, what gets more is the last note. Yam, pam, triam. If you play the same, it doesn't sound like it sounds yam, pam, pa, yam, pam, pa. Wouldn't you think of it that way? The one that has to sing the most is the last fifth finger. The last chord, fifth finger. You know how to do that? You know how to do that physically? Like the last, yeah. Slow it down just this time. And also, it's your first note of the next leap. Okay, so think of it that way. You have all this wonderful music and everything, but what is it? The music goes there, and also that last note is the first note of a jump. if you take a little bit of time to get the sound, it will also give you the timing to do the jump. Think starting from there. The music goes there, but we should start from there. It's the start of the lead, and it gives it, you know, more sound.